For more than 15 years, Stacey's Country Jamboree was a meeting place for hundreds of amateur musicians from Maine and the Maritimes. There were no rehearsals and auditions were unheard of. The show had only 2 requirements for its performers. They had to be sincere and sober. Of the folks that met the test, several would become famous in a homespun sort of way, citizens of the North Country who showed an amazed audience the basics of being human.
Well, what I think we're all just ordinary folks. We'd make a mistake now and then. It's just the same as watching a Little League game or going out to Fenway Park and watching a doubleheader like I did once. And it's so much more interesting to watch the Little Leaguers, because if they run, their pants fall down, they can't go any further, why you can sympathize with them and you love them just the same. And if they make a mistake, you love them just the same. I don't know what it was, just ordinary people. As far as I can see, that was it.
It didn't really have the real professional touch as far as qualities go. It was everybody combining their talents to get the best of what they could, offer. And it all just worked out to their own style, I guess you could say, as far as the music goes, and their own sound.
But as I say, there's all kinds of different ones on there, and that's what made it great, because maybe somebody that you didn't like, maybe I did. And because there was so much of a variety, and it was kind of comical, and some of them get up and they'd be pretty nervous,
Today I passed you on the street, and my heart felt at your beat. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. Somebody else stood by your side, and you look so satisfied. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. I picked you from the coldest ceiling as I brushed your arms and walked so close to you. When suddenly I got that old-time feeling, I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. Okay.
When rain you toss around and call my name, you walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you.
While 2 cars back in the empty box, the hobo rolled the pill from the flare of the mass.
Okay, thank you very kindly.
Isn't that awful? I forgot that song.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, all right. Yeah, I forgot one myself. Here's another guy right here that didn't forget, though.
Are we ready to go, KV? We're ready to start. Okay, then.
Down the road here from me, there's an old holler tree, and you lay down $1 or 2.
Thank you, Charlie. We're going to send this up to the people up to Papa's Pizza. Try that fast.
Okay, thank you very kindly. It goes like this for a while and it takes a turn for the worse, huh?
Well, it often took some quick talking to hold things together on Stacey's Jamboree, and MC Charlie Teenan always seemed to have the words that would smooth out the rougher edges on the show. Charlie was one of the Jamboree's original members, the master of ceremonies, back before Dick Stacey had decided to sponsor the program. Dick made Charlie the only paid performer on the Jamboree, and together the two men guided the show into thousands of homes in Maine and the Maritimes.
I guess for us to be on TV for so many years with Charlie Teenan, who I consider American Pie and the Star Spangled Banner, and to work with him for so many years, we never had one cross word in all those years. And I think that's because he respects me, and I know that I respect him. And I think that's what I retain the most about the whole thing. And Charlie Teenan is really the chair of Merrifield, the mayor of Cherryfield, Maine, and among other things, I've seen him under duress when things aren't going so good. He don't change, and I guess probably it's that type of relationship that we like to retain the most.
I laughed one time, and Charlie told a joke on there, and I still never really got the joke, and I must find out why he told it. Was he got up there one time and he said, you know, he said, when I got married, he said, I reached in my pocket and he said, would you believe all I had was $2? And then he went right on to sing a song or whatever, and so my turn come up. I said, when I got married, I was about in the same boat as Charlie. I said, although I had a little more money, I reached in my hand and pulled out, and I said I had a $20 bill, but come find out I had somebody else's pants on.
Now I want to welcome you all to the Stacey's Country Jamboree and my favorite MC, Mr. Charlie Teenan.
Oh, thank you, Dougie. Thank you. These guys played down at the Cherryfield Motor Inn last night before 10,000 people. Before they got there, I mean. Hey, let's turn the program over to Mr. Dick Stacey up there. Dick?
Charles, how's everything going down at the Cherryfield Motor Inn?
The only way it could be doing any better if it was making money.
So if you'd like to go where they win friends and influence people and don't make any money, go to the Cherryfield Motor Inn, by golly. You said it, I didn't.
Yeah, you might as well tell the truth, Dick. Okay, thank you, Al. Welcome to our little country get-together here for another Saturday afternoon right here in the lounge. Nice to have so many nice people here. A lot of you here for the first time, are you? You really are? Gee, I hope you'll come back after you see this, but I don't know, it's kind of doubtful.
You try to keep the show moving along at a pace that the listener could listen to. And if you knew someone's going to do a slow song, and you might not want that slow song in a certain place, you might want a fast one. So you would switch, you might switch people around in that respect. But that's, as I remember, that was about the only way we would trying to keep the show moving along at a good pace. We did it as it happened, as we went along, because we couldn't prepare because we never knew who was going to be here and who wasn't. So we prepared it as we went, played it by ear.
Could you come here just a moment, please? Would you please? Would you please? It only hurts for a little while, all right? Just, okay. What's your name?
Marcel Boudreau.
Marcel, where you from?
New Brunswick.
Where, New Brunswick?
Shediac. Shediac, New Brunswick.
Dieppe, New Brunswick?
Shediac.
Shediac, okay. I only missed by a few hundred miles, right?
Not bad.
Okay, is there anybody you'd like to say hello to back in Shediac?
Well, all my friends, I don't know. Almost everybody, I suppose.
Okay, right now, I'd like to have you introduce this fellow right over here and start the country and western music. So would you just take this right here?
Would like to present Charlie T.
One of the most familiar names that Charlie Teenan announced to the Jamboree audience belonged to one of the youngest great-grandmothers in Maine, youngest at heart, that is. Bucksport's Jenny Chantel relied on a repertoire of only about a half-dozen songs, but her tunes became the favorites of fans from Massachusetts to Labrador.
Dick went down south and he had a tape. So he bought back the tape. And he said, Jen, I think you can learn that song. I said, I think I can. So of course I have a cassette player, and I took it home and I played it a couple times. I learned the song. I wished I was 18 again. I wished I was 18 again, going where I've never been. Old folks and old oaks standing tall, just pretend. I wished I was 18 again. Now time turns the pages and life goes so fast. The years turn the black hair all gray. I've talked to some young folks, hey, they don't understand a word this old gal's got to say. Now, just because you think you're so pretty, just because you think you're so nice, just because you think you've got something that nobody else has got, so you spend all my money, then you laugh and call me your Santa Claus. I'm telling you, baby, I'm through with you, because, just because.
Right the left, right the left.
No!
Right the left. Right the left. Right the left. Come on the left.
First, I want to send this out to Junior Spencer. Says he loves me. Well, I don't know if he's married or not. He's single, that's all right. You folks got to bear with me. Over in Canada, I got a good cold. I'm telling you, I took Anderson, took everything. But what I need is a good big jug. Just what I need.
Dick, you make damn sure she takes a jug back across the line there with you, will you? Don't they have any jugs?
They told me to get that Newfoundland screech, they said.
Don't they have any jugs over there, Jenny?
I think a good taste of that, I'd be under the table for sure. Gee, wings of a dove. On the wings of a snow white dove, God sends his own pure love with signs from above. On the wings of a dove, when troubles surround us and evil comes, the body grows weak, the spirit grows young, heartaches descend.
Stacey's Jamboree would create a string of homemade stars like Jenny Chantel, spectators who first caught wind of the show in their living rooms and who then made the decision to move around to the other side of the television screen. A quick trip to Brewer, Maine was all it took, and the hot footlights on the stage at Stacey's Plaza Motel would often weld the newcomer into the show's family of regulars.
I'm going to ruin the show right off of the bat. I'm going to start off with one here in the key of D. Well, it's a funny thing. A friend of mine played the violin, and another little fella that was Alfred Omar, and we were playing for a time out in Old Ridge, and it was on a Saturday, and we had watched Stacey's Jamboree quite a few times, so I said to them, you know, we've always talked about going to Bangor and getting on Stacey's Jamboree, and I don't know why it wouldn't be a good time right now, because I said, here we are together, and we got the guitar and the fiddle and everything, and so the way we went. And met quite a few of the people there from the Jamboree. Of course, when you walk in and see them, you figure they should know you because you know them, you've seen them on there. And I'm going to try another one here in the key. Ruin it, did I? G. You're just saying that because it's true. Bless you.
Well, if you were lucky enough, and the good Lord looked down at you and said, I guess I'll put you in a group, do a little playing, and have a little fun. Who do you want? And if you had your pick, there's no way you could have done better. No way in the world you could. I remember Jeff Simon, he was out of diapers, but he wasn't too old. And watch him grow up all through the whole, beautiful. Him, his sister Jolene, each one of us. Of course, I didn't get any older. As you can tell, I'm better looking than I was then, but that's neither here nor there. But those people were out of this world, every one of them.
Hey, here's a guy we missed a few weeks, and he's been down to Massachusetts, down to a hospital down there, and been operated on, get all well and better. Says he can run up 11 flights of stairs and never breathe hard. Let's make welcome Mr. Harry Stockley, shall we? Harry, nice to have you back.
It was basically, like when we traveled to Canada and did different shows up there throughout the Maritimes, it was basically like a family get-together. And we get along like a big family and all did our own thing, had a good time doing what we were doing, performing for the people and, having a great time.
Of course, the man who made it all possible was also probably the most famous of all the performers on the Jamboree. Dick Stacey first came into contact with the show in 1973. At that point, the program was still known as Frankenstein's Jamboree, named after the Millbridge convenience store that sponsored the show. WVII-TV in Bangor offered to sell some of the Jamboree's on-air commercial time to Dick's fuel pumping business, but Stacey had no interest in the deal unless he could buy the whole show.
And they came back one afternoon and said, well, we just split it with the bosses over here at Channel 7. You've got the whole program. I said, well, wait a minute. We got to talk. Why don't I let you know Monday whether I'll buy the whole program or not? And after weighing the assets and liabilities of buying it, because it was different from what we had done before, I really feel, and I've related this before, that the biggest reason that I bought it is not that I felt it was a good buy, is that I told them that I would. And so I told them I'd take it on a 13-week trial basis, and they said fine, and it went 13 weeks and 10 years.
Now, right now, I'd like to introduce somebody on Stacey Country, the guy that makes it all possible, and one heck of a nice guy. Let's make him really welcome, Mr. Dick Stacey.
Dick, remember the song Tombstone Every Mile? All you big and burly men who drove those trucks along. Mr. Dick Curlis will be here Friday and Saturday at Dick Stacey's Plaza. Thank you very much. If you ever heard me sing for real, you'd know why the hell I pump gas.
Dad, I pulled a fast one on you, didn't I, huh?
Yeah, you did.
You gonna sing now?
Sing, I'm like Dick Stacey. I can't carry a tune in a bucket.
I can't even carry one in the trailer truck, but I've been getting by for 30 years.
Yeah, you got a trailer behind you.
Who sang that song and said there's two kinds of fairies and two kinds of cherries and whatever it goes anyway? Listen. Wow, we get off that one. If you're interested in coming down, that's what it's all about. That's what Charlie Teenan's all about, is people who like to sing and play and have a good time. So if whenever you come down, and I guarantee you that this fine group from the Valley fit the requirement to be on, sincere and sober. Right? You sober?
Oh, yeah.
You better be. How about, I couldn't get your wife over here, could I? Would she? His girlfriend? I told you should never bring your girlfriend here. Your wife might be watching, but anyway. Here's a word from one of those good people who make those commercials. See ya.
Those wacky commercials, remember? Many Stacey fans found the ads as entertaining as the Jamboree's music. And true to the show's flavor, the commercials were mostly ad-libbed. Dick Stacey may have had problems carrying a tune, but when it came to commercials, the man with the gas-covered hands was a homespun maestro. Other familiar faces would soon appear on the Jamboree's ads, which more often than not would sell with a smile.
Hello, I'm Bud Miles. I got a brand new gadget to show you that play the guitar. If you ever tried to play the guitar and you tried that you failed and you tried all these books that you sent for and still couldn't play, you want to send for this guitar finger here and wear it and play like I do. There we go.
I think kind of you're getting back to, you're seeing more people do their own ads again now, and I think if we could give them any advice is just to be yourself and Our definition of luck, and we've told you this before, is when preparation meets opportunity, because we were lucky.
Hi, I'm Dick Stacey, and I'm here at Madman McKenzie on 4 Bayside Drive. And even though I don't want to tire, I tell you what I do want, some free advice on what I should buy for a home videotape recorder. And they can't help me in tires, but they can give me some advice at no charge. That's right, at no charge on a home videotape recorder or a TV or a stereo. So come in to Madman McKenzie, 4 Bayside Drive, Kane's Corner, St. John, New Brunswick.
Hi, I'm Dick Stacey. See these hands? They take Canadian money by par, by golly. When you stay at Dick Stacey's Plaza Motel in Brewer, Maine.
In Holton, Maine, they have an Amex discount tax and duty-free shop also. They're open to 9 to 9. Also, look for us in Madawaska, Van Buren, and Vanceboro. Exercise your right to save up to 50%. Save at your Amex discount tax and duty-free shop. I blew it. Right at the end. Save that. If that were my ad, I'd use it.
What we did on those commercials and when we bought Stacey's Country Jamboree, it changed our whole life. It changed what we do, and for the better.
Thought I'd just walk out without this tear in my eye.
But of course, there's a beginning and an end to most everything in life, and the curtain finally came down on Stacey's Jamboree in the fall of 1983. Production costs had grown out of bounds, while pools of advertising dollars began to dry up. It would be 7 years before the old cast would get together for a final jam session, a reunion show in 1990. By then, the Jamboree had become a smiling memory.
I went to Meals for Me Friday. First time I'd ever been there. Everybody there knew me. I didn't know anybody there, but everybody there knew me. Harry, well, one little old lady, she sat way down the front and she was kind of swelled up a little bit. She said, he was on the Jamboree. And she told everybody there, as soon as anybody would come in, she'd say, this is Harry Stockley, he was on the Jamboree. And just things like that. I love people anyway, I love them.
I enjoyed the show, miss people. As I traveled down through Canada, I miss everybody. Because they're all, to me, as we travel along, it was all full of fun, jokes.
I just wish in years to come that it might be a possibility of us all getting back together and doing another weekly show. As you know, a lot of people that I run into when I'm playing with my band ask if it's going to be returned into television, and of course I don't really know the answer, what's happened, and I just tell them, well, it's been in the talks and I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I said just have to wait and see what happens in the future, but never know.
And I'm begging you, darling, please. Can I come back? Can't you wipe these little tears here from my eyes? You make it so hard to say goodbye. If I had just one chance, just one more chance with you. If I had just one more chance with you, I would try like you ain't never seen me try to keep you, just to keep you satisfied. And now I'm down on my knees, and I'm begging you, darling, please. Can I come back? Can't you wipe these old tears here from my eyes? You make it so hard to say goodbye.